Majority of Indians hate Africans. Majority of Indians are racist. And we must never be scared to say that. They are racist. I'm not saying all Indians. I'm saying majority of them. The same thing applies to some of the colored brothers. They see themselves as more white than being black. It's a reality we have to deal with. The Indians had all types of resources even when they were oppressed. The resources that Africans did not have. To show...
What's up, my good people? This is your boy Golden Boy.
And
we have Raphael. So we have something here that we want you to know, that we are not trying to disgrade Indians, but we want you to also agree with some of the facts what Malema was trying to say, that some of the Indians are racist. So Raphael, do you have anything here before we jump into this video?
Okay, we are just agreeing with what Malema said, that some of the Indians are racist, and not that all Indians are bad people.
Yes, so we want you to also try and give us a positive comment. Yes, let's go.
I want to give you two examples of why I say majority of Indians are racist. If you check the marriage rate between Indians and Africans, it's extremely low. Africans and Indians do not marry each other because majority of those Indians see us as subhuman. We actually marry each other more with white people than with Indians. Who marries an African gets isolated and discriminated amongst Indian communities. They see that as a taboo. That's the first point. The second point is majority of Indians do not vote for African parties. Majority of Indians do not vote for the ANC. Majority of Indians do not vote for the IFP. They don't vote for UDM. They don't vote for EFF. They vote for DA because they see themselves as being more closer to white than African struggles. Yeah, if it Malta Bella. Why should we be silenced here? Why are they an attempt to silence anything else that seeks to expose the realities that Africans are subjected to? When our deputy president shows that in parliament, they attack him because they want to silence that reality. And they tell us that Momo in treasury is a revolutionary, he fought in the struggle. If Momo fought in the struggle, he would have understood what Floyd said better than all those Indian-led mob which attacked Floyd. A revolutionary would have known that when he went into prison, that when he went into exile, he was fighting for blacks in general, but Africans in particular. That's a reality. Unless he was engaged in a struggle, Momo didn't know. But if he knew what he was fighting for, he will understand what Floyd was saying. Floyd was saying, in a situation where treasury staff, 80% of it is African, why is it always represented by an Indian? He didn't say Indian. I would have said that. I would have said, why is treasury always represented by an Indian when there is 80% African staff? Why do you ask that question, Julius? Because there is a tendency amongst our Indian brothers to look down on African brothers and sisters. And Momo should know that that thing should never be allowed. No one should look down at African brothers.
Yes, so as you have heard what Malema was trying to say, that majority of Indians are racist, and it is very true. which I have experienced here in Kenya. And Raphael, have you ever experienced a racist Indian in Kenya?
No, I have not experienced it personally, but I have heard of it in the media.
Yes, you have only heard of it in Betika. No, so I want to give you a story that most of the Indians are really racist. And you also have to know that majority of Indians control the economy here of Kenya. Like they have big hardwares, they have supermarkets, they are controlling big businesses here in Kenya.
Even construction sites.
Even construction sites. So the problem here comes here is that when you are working for these Indians, this is where you'll find that these guys are not only racist, but they are they are racist, and they are people who can mishandle, can mistreat Africans, or can mistreat blacks or local people. So I've heard that when they can give you a lot of work, they give you a huge sum of work, then when it comes to pay, they give you a small amount of money. So these are things that I've heard from some of my friends, and I have also tried to do works with them, and I can surely tell you that these guys, they don't care. They don't know whether you are a black, or you are big, you have higher age, or you are older than them. Yes, again, when you see that many Indians, they usually, when they are having works, you'll find that they employ most of their mates. Yeah, so in big offices you'll find that most of the Indians are there, but when it comes to this a local experienced man, you can't be employed, and if you're employed, you'll be given small amount of money. So those are the things that I've heard about Indians. Like we want to say that as much as we are talking about Indians being racist, so I want to say that this is also a comment that I got from this video, that this kind of politics held my country back. So this is an Indian guy for decades, playing with people's emotions on basics of caste, race, religion, still holding. Trust me, nothing good will come out of this. Once these people in power, they don't give a damn about people, whatever your skin is, then I am saying that you will suffer, and you will suffer for the rest of your life with your family and friends. Then even if you are working for them, you have your own plastic cups and plates outside in a small card box. So this is someone who has worked with the Indians, and he's saying that even if you are working for them, you're doing hard work, there will be still a separations of you being a black person and you being an Indian. Now, another thing I want to tell you, that Julia is telling the truth, that it is of no hate speech, but a freedom of speech.
Here are some of the comments that we got about the Indians, how like they are racist, they are authoritative, they are trying to mistreat Africans and black people. Some of these comments are like, someone here said, majority of the some Indians say majority of the Africans are cheaters, majority of Africans are thieves, majority of Africans do crimes, steal goods, cut our pocket, on gunpoint, even use of energy, and then majority of Africans get employed from foreigners and steal their goods and money. Majority of them does not trust Africans because of these things. Majority of the countries are afraid to come out about these things and live in Africa because it is not safe to be in Africa. So these Indians, they claim that it's not safe to live in Africa because if foreigners are coming to Africa for business, and only because you are not capable of doing that business, majority of the African countries cannot survive without these foreigners in Africa and their businesses. So respect foreigners and stop giving nonsense lectures. This is someone who was responding to that Malema speech.
So I want to say that Indians has a bigger population. You all know that Indians has a bigger population than the Botswana, than the South Africans. So this is someone also was trying to say that majority of these people in the world doesn't hear the name of Botswana. And on the other hand, every country wants to do business with Indian people and with Indian itself because of educational institutions, doctors, engineers, science, railways, automobile industries, hotel industries, manufacturing companies, Bollywood, etc. see, I can't name here for everything. So please, if you are a minister, doesn't mean you can say anything to great people like India, misguiding innocent Africans. Then, thank you. I want to say that as much as we are trying to say that Indians are racist, then I want to tell you that these people have hold larger companies. These people have having big ideas. Like when you go to the medicine, Indians are the best in medicine. Is it true, Raf?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
most of the Africans in Kenya, they go for surgeries in Indian. Most of us, we buy cars from Indian. Me personally, I never went to school. Like I was not going to school, but I used to get some of the tutorials from Indians. So I'm not trying to say that Indians as much as being racist. I'm trying to say that these guys are very, very creative, and they can help in building country's economy. So thank you for watching this video. My name is Golden Boy, and you?
I'm Raphael.
Yes, so see you in another episode, and please don't forget to subscribe in this channel. Road to 1000.